Hi everybody, and welcome to the Q&A video. I'm Andrew. I am here. You're seeing my boom mic for the first time ever in one of these videos. I actually kind of like this setup. I like having the mic in front of me instead of overhead. It actually feels a little easier. Though I am putting a lot of stress, I found out on the piece. I'm going to look around and get another... I actually just might get another boom mic arm, because I know that there's a way I can hook my tablet up to one of these. And that'll probably make it easier for me to have my tablet. I can just sit back and watch YouTube videos when I have my tablet up here. So I might just look around and get a second one and keep this one for that. But either way, you're going to be seeing this because I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I still have the two fans going yet. It is summertime. It is hot as hell in here. It's 86 degrees in here. Humidity's only like 32, but it's still warm for me. I got heat exhaustion a couple years ago. So for me, anything over 85 is uncomfortable. So there's that. I got the questions. I actually got to admit, this is probably one of the first times ever that I am ecstatic over Windows. Here's our system for figuring out for snappy features and putting two things on the same screen, because that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. But you are going to notice I don't have one thing on my camera, and that is, let me pull, oh yeah, let me introduce everybody to something that my mom hates. This is a little stuffed cat that I picked up at a flea market years ago. I like the little guy, that's why I got him. He sheds like a little bastard. But I can't actually have any real pets, so I got my little stuffed cat. Keeps me company. I'm not gonna lie. Watches me. Keeps me company. It's cute. My mom hates it with a passion. You're gonna notice I don't have this hooked up because it's still sitting in here yet, and there's a reason for that. I'll show you. It's not broken or anything. It's just that it's a pain in the ass to get on. I would basically just go over the front of the mic here like this and muffle the sound a bit. I don't know if you can tell a difference. So I don't have this on. I used to put it on, but it's too much of a pain in the neck to put it on. But I could just put it on, I guess, if I have to. But for where I have it at, it's not going to stay up. And I'd have to put it overhead then like this. And then that's more of a distraction for me than it is for you. So I don't really put it on that much. So, I mean, I have it. If I want to put it on, I have it, but I don't really see the need to put it on. So there is that. But in case somebody out there is going, oh, well, he doesn't have a professional microphone set up. No, I do. I actually bought this after my other microphone kind of took a crap on me that one night. Can't get this thing back in there now. I pinned it one fucking time. But no, after my other mic took a crap on me that night, I kind of picked this up to be my quote-unquote replacement, because I needed a replacement and I needed it quick. So this was my quote-unquote replacement for that. I don't think I'm putting this in here right. I don't want to break it. I don't really want to break it, but I don't want it to be broken, if that makes any sense. I don't think it makes any sense, but I don't want it to break. Oh, I don't want it to break by my hands, but if it breaks via its own, there we go. If it breaks via its own hands, that's fine, but I don't want it to break via my hands. So, yeah, but I have that. I actually still have the box yet that I got it, and I bought it on eBay. See what the hell I bought this from? Yeah, Tree New Be Direct in Lexington, Kentucky. That's where I bought this. That's who I bought this from. So that's pretty cool. And I got like my two little laptop cooling pads. I got one notebook one and one travel one. I actually have two. And then again, yes, Mr. Bond. Yeah, my stuffed cat. I picked this up. It's cheap at a flea market. The lady wanted it. She took I think it was like $3 or $5 I paid for this. She didn't want to let it go. Her husband wanted it to go, and I'm like, I'll take it. I like cats, and he has a nice little home. She was so sad to let that go, but her husband wanted it the hell out of his house. I remember that. But anyway, welcome to this 5-minute introduction into the Q&A video. Welcome to Family Hour on Web Designer 18. No, welcome to the Q&A video, everybody, for July. Thank you all for being here. July has been a very rough month for me, both with the heat. I missed one day of work I had to call off on because we had no power. It's been a week. It's been a horrible month, basically. But anyway, a lot of fun stuff to talk about. I have about 7 questions. So that's not too bad. So let's dive into this, shall we? Let's go on. So if you see me looking over at this and not at the camera, you know why I'm doing, because I have the questions right here. It's a split screen deal I have doing here. It's really creepy because when I did this, is I have a little tab with for my flash drive open, and it did a split screen. It had the one down at the bottom, which was my folders, the video program at the top, and the big thing for the questions. I'm like, I don't like that. I didn't like that at all, so I just changed that up real fast. I just expanded the one, so that works out. But yeah, so let's get into this. The first question for this month is, if I were a Godzilla Kaiju, which one would I be? That's actually a good question. I always like Godzilla. If Mechagodzilla counts, I'd be Mechagodzilla. I always liked Mechagodzilla. Otherwise, probably either Rodan or Gomera. Or Gamera. One of those two, probably. If Mechagodzilla doesn't count. But if Mechagodzilla counts, I'm so Mechagodzilla. I am so Mechagodzilla if Mechagodzilla counts. I am so there. But yeah, that's actually a good question. Because, I mean, there's a lot of them. You have King Ghidorah, Mecha Ghidorah, you have Rodan, Mothra, Gamera. So many of them. And I'm going with, like, any of them that Godzilla's faced off against. Because I'm assuming Godzilla doesn't count. So I'm saying, if Mechagodzilla counts, I'll be Mechagodzilla. Otherwise, at least, possibly Rodan. At least. I just kind of like Rodan. Mothra was kind of one that I never really got the hang of liking. I don't know why. I never liked Mothra. So, yeah, there is that. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Eyes are getting a little sleepy. It's ironically not that late, but I'm just tired. Well, I do apologize. If I had a robot dinosaur, what would it be? Either a Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus Rex, a Velociraptor, or a Megalosaurus. But if I had to pick just one, I'd probably go with the T-Rex. And I mean, I would soup this thing up. Like we're talking robot dinosaur. I'd, be cockpit I'd be able to ride in. We're talking firepower, jet propulsion systems. The max speed would be massively improved. Wheels on the bottom of the feet for faster travel. It would be able to transform. It's a robot dinosaur. It could transform that. I would go to town on that. But no, probably I'd go with T-Rex. Probably. Most likely I would go with the T-Rex. So there's that. This is an ironic question, taking that I actually just did a discussion video on time travel. If you had a time machine, what time period would you love to visit? Either feudal era Japan or the medieval times would be my guess of question. Those are like the two that I like the most. But I would probably go with feudal Japan. Yeah, I'd probably go with feudal Japan. But at least either feudal Japan or medieval times, like 17th century. So yeah, one of those two. Okay, next question here. So move this so Windows doesn't come up. Okay, and I should get a little tired again. There we go. Okay, I got my eyes to adjust here. Oh, and I apologize. I can see the glare on my glasses. I apologize for that, but there's no good place to, stand. Okay. A year has passed and no sign of Thundercats Roar anywhere in sight. Wow. Seriously? Cool. Did Warner Brothers quietly cancel the show after the massive backlash? I doubt that highly. I think Warner Brothers has their hands too full dry humping themselves, personally. If you want my honest opinion, I think Warner Brothers has their hands firmly planted square up their backsides. I mean, we had um, they had the flop that was Teen Titans Go, but to the movies, and people still say that was a good movie. They had that Banana Splits movie, which was, oh, to the hell, who fucking cares? That movie was supposed to be their FNAF thing. There was the whole FNAF crap. I think it was that Warner Brothers bit off a little too much more than they could chew. I honestly didn't know that there hasn't been any sign of Thundercats Roar. I thought that it had came out. To be honest with you, then again, I haven't been paying much attention to Cartoon Network. They've been flying under my radar lately, so that's a first. Honestly, that's a first. They've been flying under my radar. I haven't really been upset or pissed off enough to really go after them or follow up on them or anything. So there is that. Move this a little bit here. I can probably get a little less glare on my glasses. You can actually see my eyes a little bit. But yeah, I didn't know that it's been. I mean, I figured it was about a year because I saw that in summertime, and I knew I ripped it a new one then. But yeah, I didn't know that it wasn't that there was like nothing out for it yet. So that's saying something. I don't think they quietly canceled it. I mean, they could have. They could have quietly canceled it because of the backlash. But it seemed as if the creator was like, I know I'm going to get shit for this, but we're remaking the show anyway. We did it in 2011, and what you did in 2011 was fine. That was a remake that was fine because it basically brought a new breath of fresh air to the show. This was like you just threw up on it. But yeah, honestly, I doubt highly that they just quietly canceled it. It's probably just on the back burner, and there's like too many other things ahead of it for them to concern themselves with doing it. I mean, they've had the Banana Splits FNAF movie to come out with, and I think they've done that. They have well, it's Warner Brothers. So that new Batman movie, the whole DC EU, that they're going to have to re-scratch now since they got rid of Ben Affleck as Batman. They're going to have to recast Batman. They're going to have to probably get the Zack Snyder ship mass repaired and get that all set to sail again with Zack Snyder at the helm. I don't know. Yeah, as far as this show's concerned, I don't know if they canceled it flat out or just... It's probably just still on the back burner, or it's just one that it could have just quietly got canceled, but I mean, Reboot the Guardian Code got a shit ton of backlash. The video trailer for it alone had over, I think it was like 19,000 dislikes. And Rainmaker Studios still came out with it. So at this point in the game, for any company, it's like, no, we're going to come out with the product. We're going to come out with whatever we're pitching. We don't care anymore. That's what it feels like to me. So yeah, I don't think they flat out canceled it. More as it's, we're still doing it. It's just on the back burner right now as we have other projects that are taking priority. But then again, with Disney buying Fox, that could have changed the game up a bit. They might want to refocus on some of their stuff. They could be having second thoughts on it. The question is, I don't know. But I didn't know that there was no information that came out about it. Before somebody asks, you don't do any research before these. No, I just copy and paste the questions. I literally have a text file that I create at the start of each month. After I do one of these Q&A videos, I start up a notepad file that has down the month, Q&A questions, and the year, and just copy and paste. I don't even read them until today. Till I actually record it, I don't read them. It just plops right up on, I just copy and paste and save it. And just ad infinito until it's time to do the thing. In case somebody was wondering, I had trying to break off a piece of my toenail. Because they're like, what's he doing down there? I'm trying to break off a piece of my toenail. It was already breaking off. I was trying to finish it off. So yeah, I don't know about Thundercats Roar. That's a good question. I don't have an answer. I wish I did, but I don't. Since John K. was credited for coining the term Cal Art style animation, is there a way cartoons of today, Starverses, Teen Titans Go, Steven Universe, Gumball, etc., could take more influences from anime or retro 80s and 90s styled animation? I would say yes, but 80s and 90s style animation involved cell animation, and a majority of those have gone pretty much away, and for salutary reasons. I know it's not even a word. They mostly got replaced with more advanced computer arts. It takes up less resources because cell shading and cell animation was a pain in the ass. I could give like an example of this, but it wouldn't even be probably like an accurate example. Think those overhead projections that you had in school. If you had a school that was like mine, and that's what they taught you from, because it saves money. We don't got to reprint the books, and we don't got to reprint the material. It's the same shit each year. Yeah, it's the same shit each year is right. Basically, it's here's one cell, and then there's the next cell, and the next cell, and the next cell, and it's basically one giant flip book. It's like one scene's on each cell. Because some of them you can find them on eBay, and they bring like huge prices. There's some anime that even had that back in the day. But yeah, they could get a little more influence. They could take a little more influence. I know The Amazing World of Gumball did. There was an episode where Gumball's mom kind of had an anime style fight with the one person, so that was sort of an interesting aspect. Steven Universe, though, in all honesty, that's fine the way it is. I'm not gonna lie. They just announced that they're getting a movie, so yeah, Steven Universe is fine the way it is. It's designed the way it's designed perfectly complements the series. It's designed to be this sort of parody yet serious story driven series, and that's how it comes off when you see it. It's not supposed to be this, oh, I'm this massive show that I have to be great, I have to have complete dialogue each time. It's supposed to be lighthearted and fun, something that you can watch to kind of like take your woes away for a couple minutes and feel, the nostalgic bond of, oh, look, I can feel this way again. So, yeah, it's fine the way it is. The original Teen Titans did have an anime-esque feel to it, similar to like what SWAT Cats had and what Thundercats 2011 had. So, Teen Titans Go would pretty much be doing what they should have done in the first place, but yeah, they could take some influence, definitely. Star versus the Forces, I'm assuming you're talking about Star versus the Forces of Evil, and sadly that's already ended. And again, that's another one of those, sort of like Steven Universe, it's fine the way it went. But if you're talking Star versus the Forces of Evil, it's already ended. That series is ended already. So, yeah. But yeah, as far as like retro 80s in style animation, that was cel-shaded animation in the 80s and the 90s. And it's almost certainly of it. I mean, some of it was still hand-drawn yet, but a majority of it, they were still doing cel shading for some of them. So I don't see that taking off anymore. But as far as like an anime style, or taking like anime influences, yeah, I could see that. More cartoons today could technically draw some inspiration or draw some influence from that. Definitely. But otherwise, I don't see that being too much. I mean, keep in mind, anime is what it is, and cartoons are what they are for two very important reasons. Each one of them represents their own fraction and their own faction. That's, at the end of the day, it's however they want it to be designed. I mean, for years, before I knew any better, I thought Sailor Moon, Samurai Pizza Cats, Dragon Ball Z, I thought they were cartoons until I learned otherwise. So, yeah, it is what it is. See. If you were to collab with a famous YouTuber, who would it be? Oh, God, that's a good question. Oh, God, that's a good question. Jesus. Uh, who would it be? If I could collaborate with a famous YouTuber. Well, I can sure as hell tell you who it won't be. It wouldn't be PewDiePie in any way, shape, or goddamn form. I would gladly delete my channel before I'd ever collaborate with that guy. So definitely not him. I don't know, really. I guess it would depend on what type of video I'm doing. I mean, if it's a review video, I would probably wouldn't mind teaming up with Bennett the Sage over on Anime Abandoned. That'd be pretty cool to do a collaboration with him, though he lives out in California and he ain't gonna want to talk to my he ain't gonna want to talk to my fat ass. I can safely say that. He ain't gonna want to talk to my fat ass. That's for damn sure. If it's like a tech type video, probably either the 8-bit guy or the LGR guy, because they're both pretty cool. If we're talking like flat out like a toy review or something, Bolt Matrix, I wouldn't mind teaming up with. If we're looking at like reviewing like a cartoon or something, I would probably go with Alexis Meyer or Alex Meyer, the one that does like that little animated thing, or Phantom Strider. He's pretty cool. God, there's another one. Wait a minute. Shit, I mean, we're talking I mean, how famous are we talking? I mean, we talking micro famous? They definitely have a name to themselves famous. I'm assuming we're not talking PewDiePie levels of famous here, because I would never do a collaboration with that guy. Hell will freeze over 50 times in a row before I would collaborate with PewDiePie. I'd probably do like a collaboration with like maybe Markiplier, if I had a chance. Let me just rattle them off here. The 8-bit guy, LGR, Alexis Meyer. Is this the one that does This Show Was Weird? It does like that cartoon animated thing. That's pretty cool. Bolt Matrix. It's Bennett the Sage over at Anime Abandoned, definitely. I know somebody's gonna say you can team up with the Nostalgia Critic, but I've been watching the Nostalgia Critic for an upcoming review video that I'm gonna do about him, and honestly, it's not that I don't like the Nostalgia Critic. It's that I think he's got some issues. Oh, the AVG, the Angry Video Game Nerd, James Rolfe. I wouldn't mind teaming up with him. I'd even team up with Pat, the NES Punk, and Ian Ferguson. Pixel Sickle over on Twitter. I would team up with those two in a heartbeat. I'd collab with them. Of course, they're not going to want some wannabe amateur bullshitter coming in and stepping all over their turf. My God. It'd be like, and what brought you into our home today? Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm here to collaborate with you. Get out! Okay, I'm gone. Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm here. But no, if I had the chance, probably definitely one of those. Either Pat the NES Punk. I'd probably even throw Ian in on that too, but Ian's too damn busy. That's fine. The AVGN, definitely. LGR, 8-bit guy, Alex Meyer, Anime Abandoned. I know I said them all. And I can't think of them all. But yeah, those definitely I would team up with wholeheartedly. I mean, do a collab. Oh, Markiplier, that's the other one. If I want to do like a collaboration, definitely with a famous YouTuber. If it's only one, though, like I said, it would depend upon the video. So, okay, if I were to invent a trading card game, would it be digital, physical, or both? And what would the play style be? Cards, etc. Okay, well, that's actually a pretty good question. I guess I would probably do both, physical and digital. That way you could collect the cards both physically and then have them digitally. Sort of like what Chaotic tried to do, but only better. Whereas you could input the card up to like 3 times or something, or it's not a once and done, it's like a once per account. So like, oh, okay, I got this card, popped it in my thing. Okay, well, that's good. I have the card now permanently in my account. And then, like, I could sell the card if I just want to play the digital game. I could sell the card then for somebody that wants to play the physical game. Somebody else could play buy the card on eBay or something and upload it for both the digital, and then it's like, hey, I want to hold on to it though for the digital and the physical game too. So both. Definitely both for that. Playstyle, I would say something sort of like Yu-Gi-Oh or Duel Masters, in a way where you basically have well, definitely Duel Masters. I like the idea of the shields before they actually got to attack you, but then with Yu-Gi-Oh, I also like the idea of life points. So it would probably be a combination of the two, or have a combination of it's Duel Masters with the shields and Yu-Gi-Oh with the life points, only in this case the life points are your monsters like attack points, or sort of like Dungeon Dice Monsters where it was heart points. Your monster can get attacked up to 3 times. It can defend you without being destroyed if it's your guardian monster. And after that, it's bye-bye, and then you lose. So you get at least 3 shots after your shields have been destroyed. So there's an idea. You could regenerate your shields up by sacrificing cards from your deck, which would be a cool idea. But it's basically, it would be something like that. Cards would be, well, I guess you'd have to have definitely creatures, so like dragons, wizards, knights, robots, definitely dinosaurs. So sort of like the same characters from Yu-Gi-Oh, and have like ways to change them up. Like, oh, you can like evolve this character up to the next level by by throwing this card on it, sort of like Pokemon, where you can evolve the Pokemon up to its next evolution. Only in this case, it's, oh look, you can evolve this character up to its next form by equipping, by putting this card on top of it. Then it becomes this card. So that would be an idea. Definitely have like equip items, sort of like Magic the Gathering, have like items and artifacts to help it out. And terrain, sort of like chaotic, where, oh look, I'm going to set up a battlefield. Here's like a spell that I can use, but have like each monster have control of whatever the thing is. Have like, you can reinforce your shields if you have to. Like, oh look, I have 1 row of shields up, and by using like this monster in combination with this spell, I can add a 2nd row of shields. So now you have to do double the amount of effort to try to get to my ass, and so on and so forth. You can launch attacks through the shields if you have to take out certain monsters. It'd be a unique idea and a unique premise. So there is that. I don't know. It's just off the top of my head. It'd probably be a pretty cool card game. I wouldn't know what the hell to call it, but it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's the last and final question that I got for this month's Q&A. So that kind of, yeah. Well, that sucks. That's the last and final question that I have for the Q&A this one. So let's, see. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get this. All right, there we go. I didn't really want it up all the way, but all right, what the hell with it. Okay, going into August. It's my birthday month. Yeah, my birthday month. Okay. Please have all of your questions in by August 24th. We're gonna go with August 24th for the next deadline for the Q&A videos. Midnight. I will let everybody know if the date has to be changed. I will know my schedule either that Wednesday or Friday beforehand for the week after when I will upload it. So there is that. I'll know then. But yeah, we'll try to aim for that. No real updates or anything. Though there is one, but I'm planning on doing just like a regular channel update because I don't know how to word it yet. So there is that. But either way, thank you all for hanging out with me for the last 30-some minutes for this month's Q&A video. Or as I like to always call them, you ask them and I answer them, because that's what I do here. You asked them, I answered them. Yep. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me, and until next time, I'm Andrew, and it has been a pleasure. It's just been a pleasure hanging out with you. Thanks so much, and I will catch you all next month on the next Q&A video. Bye everybody.